boy. I'm actually going to drop maybe two videos today. This one's going to be kind of exceptionally small. I'm actually want to just address something that during the DNC debate in Houston at Texas Southern University. There was during the introduction and the start of the debate. Um, there was a lack of knowledge in the location where that debate took place, and I basically was observing like a disrespect of ADOS, especially coming from the forerunners. Uh, plus it was like more of a propaganda. You had some like Beto O'Rourke, he mentioned reparation, but he also tied it with different types of other things, and almost like a reparation, but more of a class reparation for all. So they were using the word reparation in many terms of the new black media, and also of the reparation movement, ADOS movement, uh, and twisted it. But the thing, they were talking about health care, gun control, stuff like that. To me, that's it's like a circle. It's like a circle of nowhere to me with the health care, because you're talking about Medicaid, but Medicaid and Medicare, you could combine those two, and that could be your national health care system, but you with Obama. So I mean, it's like almost to me um um just a no win situation. But I definitely want to talk about the disrespect of a lot of those candidates not really mentioning Texas Southern University and the historical, being a basically historical black college and university. They just kind of glossed over that they were in Houston, Texas, and the thing with Elizabeth Warren, she pissed me off when she was talking about Houston and Texas and stuff. She was talking about University of Houston, because she started talking about, yeah, I went to school at University of Houston down the road. Uh, You don't just talk about another university, especially if you're in if you're in a black HBUC. You ain't posted to talk about a random another school, and you're in this school. You're at this school. You're at this particular school, and then you ain't. And I'm gonna tell you that they ain't just picked that TSU just because they picked it. They picked it because they're really in the way they were trying to advocate for the black vote. They realized they don't have enough vote to really even get through the general election against President Trump. But if that was the predecessor of them pandering to the black vote, they failed miserably. They failed miserably. Um, definitely kind of irked me right there about what was going on, what was transpiring at that debate, especially the lack of knowledge. I think the only person who really acknowledged the black, TSU and being a black college was really Cory Booker, who is an actual ADOS. He's actually ADOS. Even though he's a little more of an upper class and boomerhood, he's still ADOS and be whatever he likes or not. But Kamala Harris was just talking about, oh, I had fun days at TSU. It was nothing like something like constructed that she, yeah, well, I came to the school. I talked to a lot of people here. We're talking about a lot of business, a lot of agendas we wanted. She just said, oh, I had a lot of fun over here. So I don't even think people missed what she was talking about. If they did knew what she was talking about, she was basically talking about partying. Um, Elizabeth Warren decided to just go on and just mention University of Houston. And everybody else, especially Biden, with the thing about him now apologizing for the remark he said about the he shouldn't do nothing for reparation because what his ancestor did, and he started talking about single mothers and how the poor community needs to. He came like the damn pound cake almost. Just really just showed the disconnect and hostility of just disrespect of the ADOS community, black folk. Um, it was just something I would applaud to. Basically, I would deplore to get a black vote, and they failed miserably in my eyes. And that's really what I wanted to really discuss on for that particular matter. I know we're gonna do another video, but I'm gonna just do a back-to-back video because I got other things I want to talk about as well. Um, Around that issue with the debate. Um, Definitely what also caught my eye was the crowd. It didn't look like a majority black crowd. Normally you go to a HBCU or something like that, or basically a black college or black university, you should see majority uh, of the audience of represent that particular racial background. Or so of not seeing it, I did not see it. I mean, it was a there were some blacks, there were blacks there, but it was a majority a very diversified crowd. It was more Hispanic, some more Asian, um, some whites, really, really, really there. You had a lot of immigrants there. As you know, they were speaking Spanish there, and in my eyes, I tell people that's not the particular place you want to bring in um, Telemundo to narrate a debate in a black historic college. That's something that I don't think the Hispanic or Latino community will like if you go to one of their prestigious area and then you start talking about slavery of Africans and blah blah. They wouldn't even put up with that. So that to me, I was just the disrespect of it. And to me, what they try to make TSU not a black college. It's like they basically were trying to whitewash the legacy of TSU, but they also was doing a undermining of ADOS in that debate. Um, that's when I probably, like I said, it was just more of the lack of knowledge in that they were in a historic black college. Just say they were in Houston, that was it. So that's just really my complaint and my gripe. And I'm definitely going to talk a little bit more with another video. I'll talk a little bit more with other activities during the debate. All right.